Hey, welcome to the video. Welcome to Medellin. My name is Christopher Buell, and you may not know of me from such books as Golden Nuggets of Hobo Wisdom and Golden Nuggets of International Dating. In today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about my experiences of dating here versus America. And let me say a couple things right out the outset. Obviously, if I talk about something critical regarding American women, it doesn't mean every last American woman. Of course, there's fantastic American women, there's fantastic Colombian women, there's bad Colombian. Everything is everything. But generally, I'm going to be talking about the contrast, some of the differences. And let's go ahead and address the big fat elephant in the room, and that would be the fact that 50% of American women are overweight. And an article had recently come out that the average American weight for a woman was 170 pounds. So the balance is messed up right there. Essentially, 50% of the women are being chased by 100% of the guys. And obviously, the women, certain women, are willing to accept a big fat guy as long as he's got a big fat wallet. Which is, that's the way it is. It just is the way it is. But, you know, if you're not gifted with rock star good looks, and you're not a doctor, and you're just a regular Joe, it's tough. It's tough when, like I said, 100% of us guys are chasing 50%, probably less than 50% of the American women. Also, feminism has ruined many American women. There's a touch of it out here, but let's be honest. Women want to date a guy who makes more than them. And, you know, once upon a time, a guy could be a truck driver and have a nice wife at home. Today, even getting married is like passé and silly, and you know, women are raised to believe they need to be CEOs, and it's not to say they're not capable of, you know, sure. But they want then a guy who makes more and has a higher status than them. And, you know, my experience in being a truck driver or owning little small transportation businesses, that is not the secret sauce. That is not going to cut it. And I'm also aware of the saying that it is a poor craftsman who blames his tools. And I'm willing to own, you know, maybe I'm not a very good craftsman. And other guys don't have the same experience as me with dating in America. But this is my YouTube channel and my thoughts, so you're getting the world as I see it from me. In the United States, for example, I drive a 2015 Ford Focus. I love the car. It's affordable. I think it's sporty. But let's be honest, it's a teenager's car, and I do have a sense of shame, embarrassment. I don't know. You know, like I said, I'm aware. I'm aware what I'm driving. It ain't a BMW. Here in Colombia, I don't even have a car. And nobody has a car. You take trains, you take buses, and nobody cares. The women in the United States, it's not, like I said, I don't even know that I blame them, but this is going to sound very critical. But it just is. It's feminism and how it's ruined it. Once upon a time, you know, we would go to church. And I think the human soul needs a cause. It needs something to believe in. even something supernatural. So people tend to go to church, and then that little thing inside of us that needed to believe in something greater than ourselves was filled by the church vacuum. Today, everybody is their own church, even if it includes church. And let me say, like, I've met women who are passionate about their particular church. But man, it is their brand, their version. Certainly not the Christopher cafeteria version of Christianity, where we grab the things we like and not so much the things we don't like. That ain't gonna fly. And there again, it's maybe I'm part of the problem, but I've met women who I had a date one time. A girl, we went out a few times, and she was absolutely positively passionate about animal rights, and that was her cause, her belief. I mean, it was her everything. And I was talking to a friend of mine about what should I do, where do I take her? And they said, if she loves animals, take her to the zoo. What a great idea. So, of course, I brought it up. And she's like, that's outrageous. How could you possibly cage animals? And there again, just all the rules. I can't get it. I don't understand all the rules. And there again, it may be my fault, but I'm going to blame a lot of that on feminism. Moving right along. This is a good one. In the United States, because of some of the things I had mentioned earlier about the balance of power, women, there again, not in every last situation, but often enough, they don't feel the obligation that one brings into a date to further the conversation. Instead, they are very happy to sit back and let me provide all the entertainment, the conversation, the stories, and let me be a dancing monkey for them. Where here in Colombia, I don't even speak the same language, and the women make an effort to get to know me. Like I said, another big difference. Having said that, I gotta learn Spanish. I mean, there are plenty of times that I want to share a story, and I know it's more complicated than their ability of the English language to grasp what I'm saying. And I'll start. We're not going to go down that road. So it is a kind of a funny thing, because when one travels, not only do you appreciate the country that you're in, but you appreciate the things back home. And, I do appreciate someone, understanding what I say with the right context. And you do lose some of that when you're dating someone that does not speak your native language. Okay, the last thing I want to address is I can totally hear, and people have said it to me, well, they only want to marry you because they want a ticket to the United States. And first of all, so what? So what? You only want a guy, if you're a woman, who makes more than you. Or you only want a guy who's taller than you. Or and I'm not trying to pick on girls. I mean, everybody only wants something. So if that's part of the deal, so what? I don't even understand why you would bring that up. But that's not been my experience. Some women may want to move to the United States, just like some American women might want to go someplace else. But the vast majority, and I've spent time in Ukraine. Most Ukrainians want to stay in Ukraine. Most Colombians want to stay in Colombia. I've happened to have gotten to know someone from Venezuela, and that's all she ever talks about is how unhappy she is not living back in Venezuela. So, take that for what it's worth. I I would like to wrap this video up again by acknowledging this doesn't apply to every last American, every last Colombian. I mean, I get there's nuances, but by and large, these are the differences I found dating in Colombia.